heard of a person called Sat Guru? Have you ever heard of a person called Sat Guru?
I don't follow gurus. I follow Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know that the Bible actually doesn't have 100% of what Jesus actually said?
What does that make? What does that difference does that make? He said that he's the Son of God. The Bible said that he died for my sin and rose
He
again.
never died though on the cross.
Who says so?
I can guarantee you.
How do you know?
I'll show you.
In my Bible?
Not in your
Okay.
Bible.
Well, yeah, where else are you gonna find the truth about Jesus Christ except the Bible? So you're gonna find it in the Hindu book for me?
No.
Are you gonna find it in the Muslim book?
No, I'm not talking about books.
No. How can you know? How can you? Everything Jesus said was written in a book. So how are you gonna?
Saying that 100% of what he said.
Yeah.
Like like you're talking to me right now.
Yes.
How much you're saying to me and how much of what you're saying to me I can understand and I can then pass on is like it varies, When
It varies. Yeah, but I'm talking about fundamental. If I'm gonna tell you how to cross the road, and the fundamental things is to keep your eyes open and look left and right, and I didn't say other things, that you're not gonna be able to cross the road because I didn't tell you everything about crossing the road.
No, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about fundamentals. Everything Jesus told us about life and how to be righteous and how to get to
I'm talking about
Him.
like what you're saying to me and what you're saying to me I can pass on. Of what percentage will it be accurate?
Everything He said was written down.
But
What accuracy
when
are you
Jesus
talking
was
about?
alive, there were only like 15 people around.
Oh, He was alive. Thought you said He never died.
He didn't die on the cross.
Okay.
Though. That's what I meant.
What did He die? What did He die from? Died of.
Because in
he-
that time they used to hang a person on the cross, and then it was just a punishment. It was more like an entertainment for the town. People used to come, throw rocks at the person and torture him. They never could kill them. So they would take down that person from the cross, and then they would beat him to death.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never seen a person died on a cross before?
They don't.
Have you?
They don't kill them on the cross. The cross is not meant
They
as
kill
a death.
They kill people on the
The
cross.
cross is not meant as a death. The cross
It is.
meant
It is
to,
made for torturous death.
It means
You die
it's
of
made for
you die
torture.
of a lot of asphyxiation and a lot of loss of blood.
No.
And why do you think they broke
Then where is
why
the
do you think
body?
they broke the leg of those criminals that were
Then
on both sides
if
of Jesus?
Jesus died on the cross, then where is the body?
Where's the body? He rose again. Didn't you hear? You didn't get the memo?
He never died. Like I know
How can he? Did he rise again?
he never died. That's how.
Did he rise again?
He never died.
I'm asking you a question. Did the Bible say he rose again?
I know that then he was,
It's a simple question. Did the Bible say he died and rose again?
but he never died. He was still alive.
No, I said, does the Bible say he died and rose again?
I haven't read the Bible.
Okay, so how would you know that he didn't die and rose again? So where do you get all this information you're giving me is coming from where?
I'm trying to show you, but the subscription thing won't pass.
No, it seems like you're giving me your own opinion.
I don't have opinion. I have
You have facts?
I have facts.
And your fact says that Jesus never died
On the cross.
on the cross. Your facts say that Jesus never died on the cross.
Yeah.
Which fact?
There's like a whole they're trying to Sadhguru, he has
Oh, you following a man who's probably deluded, and then
they're
he
Christian.
told you that Jesus never really died. How did he know that?
because there's a Christian study about it. By a Christian scholar, there's a study about it that he never died on the cross.
Says who? The only people that say that are Muslims. So are you a Muslim?
No, I'm not a Muslim.
Okay. But you seem to sound like a Muslim.
No.
Because they're the only one. So the follower of Sat Guru,
I'm not his follower.
they are Muslims too.
No, Sadhguru doesn't have any religion. He doesn't have any religion.
Well, but he seemed to be promoting a religion.
He isn't promoting Christianity. He's just saying what it is.
He's saying what based on what? Where did he get his facts?
From the facts that there have been.
What facts?
Around the world.
What facts? The people. Do you know Roman historian Tacitus?
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay. See, that's the problem. You disconnected from history, and you're listening to some guru somewhere. Go read it up. Look it up. Roman historian Tacitus. He's not a Christian. He wrote history about what he saw, and he wrote that Jesus was crucified, was nailed to the cross and died.
He was crucified, but he didn't die there.
So he was brought down and he walked and he lived 100 years and then he died of old age.
I don't
is
know
that
how
your
he
is that
died.
your fact?
I don't know how he
So why
died.
don't you listen to a Christian tell you how Jesus died? That's why our basis of our whole faith is based on the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ.
But
if
he
Jesus didn't rise up, if Jesus didn't die and rose again, there would be no such thing today as called Christianity.
I know that
It's all based on that foundation.
how you're saying he rose again. There's that there was one in.
Are you a Hindu?
No, I'm not a Hindu.
Are you a Sikh?
I'm not a Sikh either.
What religion are you following?
I follow no religion.
Okay. Historical documents are you following?
I don't have historical documents. I don't read scriptures.
Okay, so you don't have a religion, you don't have a historical document, you don't have a religion. Everything you're saying today is just coming from you just making it up as you go along.
I'm making it up. I'm trying to see I'm trying to process a payment because I don't have the subscription. My subscription expired. There they tell you in these videos the truth about Jesus.
Oh, so you saw it on YouTube.
It's not YouTube. It's actual evidence.
You saw it in a video that somebody made that said an actual evidence.
No, it's not.
That wasn't backed by any historical facts. That's not backed by science, not backed by anything,
No, it's
any
backed
religion,
by things. That's
except Islam.
No.
That study video you're watching is probably made by a Muslim.
No, it's not made by a Muslim.
Who claimed?
I'm not trying to bring down Jesus or anything. I know.
You already did.
In this video, they call Jesus Christ a superstar.
You already did. That's a movie made in the 1980s.
No, they don't.
That's the name of a movie made in 1980.
They actually tell him that you know why Jesus says that I'm the only way. That is because, let's say they're spiritual masters, and if Jesus says that I am the way, but that is also a way. So where would a person go? He would go to Jesus. He would go there. So it's like you're finding.
There's only one way to God, and that's through Jesus Christ. There's no other way.
Which is why
Jesus made that very, very plain.
Which is why he says I'm the only way, because he doesn't want you to look anywhere else, and that's how it should be.
Oh, okay. Oh, why would you want to look to the lies when you're told the truth? Why would you want to believe a lie?
Because it's how usually people are. People have so many doubts and suspicions, so they start looking here and there.
Well, I guess what you're doing right now.
No, I don't look here and
there. You're
there.
looking here and there. You're coming against Jesus, and you're saying that he didn't really die.
I'm not against him.
And that he's not the only way to God, which is Hinduism. The Hinduism believe there are multiple ways to God.
Like how Jesus Christ says that I'll take you to the kingdom of God, and then when enough people gather, then he turns around and say that the kingdom of God is within you. He says that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So anybody who says that, Sat Guru says, is my company, because he's a yogi. Because the kingdom of God, you don't have to go here and
you're saying that you don't follow Sat Guru, but you quote him. You do seem to quote him a lot.
I do.
In all your, but you don't follow him. But you quote him a lot. What am I supposed to believe here? You are telling me the truth, or you just lying?
He's my teacher.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
That's about it.
You follow him. You his follower.
No, I don't know how to. I
when
myself.
When you believe someone, what the person said and quote him a lot, you the person's follower. You can try to call it different names or hide from it. It's the truth. Just come clean. Just be yourself. Say, yes, I'm a follower of Sat Guru, and the man who just says a lot of things with no evidence to back it up. I can deal with that.
Like he says that Jesus Christ says that innocent people, only the innocent will enter the kingdom of God, right? He doesn't mean that only I don't remember the entire sentence.
Jesus said that if you don't receive the kingdom of God like children,
children,
you will not enter into it.
Yeah, so it's
because
not that
because children are innocent. They tell them without going around and searching for more stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't mean that
they believe the truth, and they believe the truth, and they're not their mind are not corrupted like an adult, a full-grown adults.
So by this, he doesn't mean only children will enter, though. He means,
of course, it means though if you don't accept it, like when someone says like, of course it means that it doesn't mean the literal sense.
Yeah.
If I say you like a doctor, you're not a doctor, but you look like a doctor. You like a doctor. You have to read.
But what he means is that only innocent people will enter.
Yes.
Innocence means,
yes, but that's fine. We Christians believe that
and
people who are not sinned, who have not sinned against.
Innocence doesn't mean like being ignorant. Innocence can be easily confused with ignorance.
No, that's not what Jesus meant. The only one who can enter into the kingdom of God are those who believe in Jesus Christ, who trust, who believe.
But by innocence, he meant that let's say you're a famous person, of all the horrible things other people can do to you, but you're not a part of it. That's innocence. That everything all the people can do horrible things, but you're not a part of it. That's innocence.
Do you know Jesus Christ do you believe in Jesus Christ as the only way to God?
He's one of the way, that I know.
One of the way. See, that's where you're wrong. He's not one of the way. He is the way.
Which is why
if
you believe that, it will work for you. Because it will work for you if you believe that he's the way. For me, the way is Sat Guru.
Of course, that's what you believe, though. But what you believe doesn't make is not based on reality.
It is based on reality.
No, it's not. It's based on a man named Sat Guru.
It's an article, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah, it's an article written. It's backed by no evidence.
No, it has evidence. It does have evidence.
There's no evidence.
There is evidence in it. So
if that guy tells me that Jesus never died, he's out to lunch. Honest. Here we are. We are over here, and you and I are looking for a boss that can.
So look, when he says that when we say Jesus, we are not referring to a man who lived 2,000 years ago, but to a certain possibility within every human being.
No,
it is essential
that guy is a goof. I've listened to him before.
So the kingdom of God is.
If you're following that man,
it is within you.
If you're following that man, you're gonna go to hell. That's my truth. That's what the truth I'm telling you. That guy is a goof. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and you are following him, and you sound like him because.
How do you know that you're already not in hell?
Huh?
How do you know that you're already not in
hell? Because God described to us what it is, and I'm not. I don't. There's none of those sign or work here.
No, but I know him by experience.
I'm not in hell.
You only believe things, but I know things by experience.
Yes, there are a lot of people that walks around that are guys that feel like they are women, and they have experienced that they feel like women. That's their delusion. That's not reality. And now you can feel like you've experienced something. There's a devil walking around in the world, and he makes the people experience a lot of things. If you go across over there and buy some methamphetamines, you have a feeling too. But that feeling will not be based on reality. Okay, my friend, you need Jesus.
So No guru, no opinion. So this guy has, if you do not have a guru, you should not have an opinion about somebody like Sat Guru.
What? If you're not a guru?
If you do not have a guru. Cause
I have a gurus of all gurus, Jesus Christ. That's all I need to know. That guy is a goof.
So, because whoever is not in the grace of a guru doesn't understand the value of a guru.
Yeah,
and
that guy is fooling you. That guy is fooling you. I hear all of them, all the gurus. They talk for hours and hours. They contradict themselves over and over again, but their followers don't get it. Don't actually get that that the people they're actually listening to are saying a lot of contradictory things, because they are in a daze, they're in a maze. They don't really understand. They don't really understand when there's confusion. My friend, look, does it say there?
What?
If you want to get to King George Boulevard's quick, which bus do you take?
R1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shoot, that's exactly my point. There's no other bus that could get you there that fast. That's the only bus that has been provided to you. The same way, there's no other way you can get to heaven except Jesus Christ. Jesus is the only way. But so you can go across and try to take another bus and go and try to make sure you get to
he has answered
the same place.
Like these videos, because a lot of people ask this question: does Guru give contradictory answers?
He does, all the time. I listened to that guy before. He does.
And you can watch the video why it may sound like that to you and how it is actually.
He contradicts himself and he quotes. He thought he understand. See, look at you. Listen to yourself. You are listening to this man tell you about the Bible, but you've never read the Bible before to make sure corroborate what he's telling you, whether it's true. But you believe him. So, my friend, that's a blind belief. That's what I call blind belief. And in this day and age where we have technology, we have history at our fingertips, you can debunk this man very, very quickly, that Jesus did die, that Jesus did rise again, just by reading history in your book, in your phone there. So today those guys fool people in India a long time ago when there's no books, no internet. Today, if you let that kind of guy fool you, you are also out to lunch with him. But I'm not gonna be out to lunch with him too. I follow Jesus. I know what Jesus said. I know what the Bible said. I've read the Bible, and it conflicts everything he's saying. And I also know the history parts that are separate from the Bible. People who are pagans, Romans, that wrote about Jesus, that he was killed. He was hung on a tree and he died. He was crucified. That was the word they used, which is the torture of death that only Romans are perfected, to kill people slowly, torturously slow. That's what it's designed for. The cross or the stake is designed specifically for excruciating pain, and you die slowly and in pain, slowly, until you run out of bread. Huh?
Where's the body?
Jesus didn't tell Jesus rose again from the dead.
How did he rose again then?
How did he rose again?
The Bible must.
If you read the Bible, Jesus rose people who died already. He raised them from the dead. How many people he raised from the dead? A lot.
That can be done. I know it has been done in the past as well.
By who?
A yogi called Krishna. He has done it.
Krishna is not a yogi. Krishna is a fairy tale.
Krishna is a yogi. He has been there.
Krishna is a fairy tale. Okay, why didn't he raise himself up when he was shot with an arrow, and he died?
He was shot with an arrow on his, I think, like
someone mistook him.
Achilles heel.
Someone mistook him for a deer and shot him, and he died.
He died with the arrow to the Achilles heel.
Buddy, he died.
He died.
But he didn't raise himself from the dead. And you're going to tell me that he raised somebody from the
He
dead?
did. I can show you.
Well, that's a made-up story, my friend. If you
It's not a made-up story.
if
The
you
person
raise someone from the dead, we should be able to exercise that power on yourself. If you heal someone of the wound, he should be able to exercise the power to heal the womb of the arrow. But he didn't. It's a fraud. These are the stories that are... Yes, this Krishna was a man, was a real person. But the Indian people began to worship him after he died. And they made a whole lot of stories around him that never existed, that never happened. So that people following him today, praying to Krishna and calling him God, but he got killed by arrow. Jesus was the only one who healed people and raised people from the dead, opened the eyes of the blind, healed, cleansed lepers. He died and he rose again to prove that he is authentic.
Okay, so you're saying he died and he rose again. So what happened after that? Like, did death not come to him at all? He should have been able to...
He ascended into heaven where he was. Jesus said, I came down from heaven to do the will of my Father.
Transported to heaven?
No, he went from here to heaven.
That is what you...
In front of many witnesses. As the Bible said, the cloud covered him and took him up. He ascended into heaven. And he's coming back the same way he went up. He's coming back again, to this time not to die for sins of people, but to judge all the wicked people on the earth. He's coming again.
Which way is heaven? Heaven is up?
Heaven is up to us. To us human being that is trapped, that is on this planet, heaven is up.
Because like the earth rotates, and every time when you're looking up, you may be looking in a different direction because the entire solar system itself is going on. So
my friend, heaven is not a physical you can touch. It's a spirit. It's spiritual.
See, this is where
there is no house in heaven. There is no solid house above us that we can see. There's no solidity. It's a place where God dwells, a spiritual realm. And Jesus went there. That is beyond the physical. Jesus went there. He came down from there and he took upon himself our flesh, our body, so that he can interact with us. Because he is the Son of God in heaven with God from the beginning. Everything was created that we see on this earth was created through him and for him. And because we sinned, we've fallen short of the glory of God. God sent him into the world to guide us back to him. And in order to come, because he's a spirit, he has to embody a flesh. And he had to be born of a virgin birth. So he has no link with any sins of man. He came as a virgin birth. It's a miracle, even his birth. And he gave his...
It has been done in India. I know that there have been many births which didn't require...
What has been done?
Like this you're talking about, that the birth without having a sexual act, it has been done before too.
No, it hasn't been done. It hasn't been done. It's many kings make up stories like this to try to make themselves appear like a god.
Even before his birth, like you must have a...
It has never happened before in the history of mankind.
It has. So like when he was about to be born, 3 men from the east came, right? 3 men from the east already knew that he was...
after he was already born.
No.
Not before he was to be born.
Actually, before he was born, they came and they knew that he was going to be born. And then I think when he was around 12
Bro, they saw a light
old,
from the east.
What?
They saw a light from the east that indicated to them that something significant is happening. And they followed the star to Judea.
No, but it can be done. It has been done before too. It's not
like what?
Like a birth without a sexual act.
I just told you it can never happen. That's the only first time in history that has ever taken place. And only God can do that. Anything else is all made up stories. Kings of like the kings of Sumerian kings, they all form a story of immaculate birth that are not true, just to solidify their throne, to make the people believe that they are from the gods. Only God that does that. And that's why men copy it. And that's the same story that is told you guys in India. I know that India has been there for a very long time, and they're from the Sumerian area. And I have no doubt that those stories spread around. Those stories are being told by these kings.
I am telling you, like, what about, like, this is, like, let the Spirit of Jesus live. You know?
That's not the real Jesus.
He's
talking about a real Jesus. He's talking about the Jesus of his own imagination, his own figment of imagination. Yes. He's talking about Jesus that never died. He's talking about Jesus that never died and rose again. That's the Jesus of his own imagination.
See, this is what has happened these days. Unfortunately, the most crucial elements that Jesus spoke of have been forgotten.
My friend, you are reading an article online written by a dude that I don't even know who he is, and you go in that by many years of documented evidence and a documented book.
9.22 million subscribers. He's a world-renowned person.
My friend, just because I can tell you other people online that post stupid things that have more subscribers than him. So if by number of subscribers is what makes you speaking the truth, and then if those people, whoever has a higher subscriber on YouTube will be a guru. If that's what you base on,
But I'm telling you, he's well known.
It doesn't matter if he's well known. You can be a well-known liar, and you can be a well-known delusionist, and you can be a well-known true speaker. It's not about whether you are well-known and whether you are not.
So I can show you. So there's this the truth about Jesus, the mysterious birth.
The truth about Jesus coming from who?
Coming from a person who has actual facts and the truth.
What facts?
All the facts, which you mean.
I asked you whether you know history. I think you throw in the word facts around like it means nothing.
No, it does mean.
Facts is grounded on the truth. What this guy is teaching you is delusional, and you are calling it facts. You know, you have to use the word very carefully. When you say fact, it has to be grounded on the truth, my friend.
How do you know?
For something to be factual, it has to be grounded on the truth.
How do you know as a fact that Jesus wrote the Bible, the version which is there
I didn't
today?
say Jesus wrote the Bible.
Then how do you know?
He communicated this word and his disciple wrote it down. It's by eyewitness account.
So
the Bible is an eyewitness account.
And where are those witnesses?
They're died now.
They're dead.
And what they have
but
left to us.
But how do you know that they were there when they witnessed it? How can you say for sure?
Do you believe Pluto?
I don't know who's Pluto.
Do you believe George Washington lived?
I don't. Well, because there's evidence, actual evidence.
How?
So I know.
What actual evidence do you have of George Washington? Is he alive now?
Because of his works and because of the work that he did.
How? How do you know that?
Because it's well documented by not a few witnesses.
It was well documented in a history book, right? In a U.S. history book.
In history books.
Was it well documented? Was it well documented? Did you see him?
I did not see him.
Okay. So how do you know that he exists?
He existed.
How do you know he existed?
Because of all of these.
Okay. Type in Jesus Christ and see how many evidence you find, historical documents you find.
Yeah, but you can't always say that.
Yeah, you will believe Abraham Lincoln, you will believe George Washington exists, but you have a problem. I think what
Then why
you're
would
dealing
you
with,
not-
I
when
think
we-
what you're dealing
then
with
why-
it's a hard issue. It's not about evidence. There's no lack of evidence about Jesus
Then
Christ.
when he has evidence, he has actual facts that he can present to, then why would you like...
Which is his facts are better than
his facts are not verbal, I'm telling you.
No, he doesn't have a fact. All he has is a word, his words, and his word cannot be corroborated by the Bible, which is the best all-time best-selling books ever, the whole world over, and nobody has beaten the Bible as the best-selling literature ever since it was out here out. So the Bible is a bestseller out there all year round, all time around. So and you're going to go by somebody who goes against the Bible and say that
He doesn't go against it though.
he does.
No.
You just told me that he taught you that Jesus never really died on the cross.
He never died on the cross.
Exactly. He's full of hogwash. That's all I can say.
That it can be like
He's deluded. He's deluded like Muhammad. Muhammad said that that they didn't kill Jesus on the cross, that he
See?
didn't die.
so it's more than one person saying.
No, Muhammad also said that the sun sets in a mud puddle. Do you believe him now? Do you believe that too?
Sun sets in autumn
In muddy water.
in muddy water.
Yeah. Do you believe that too?
What? No.
No, you don't. Oh, really? Why can't you? Why don't you believe that?
Because I
It
know
doesn't set in the west. Actually, it sets inside a muddy spring.
How do I know for sure that he said that though?
It says that in the Quran. Quran 18 verse 86. Do you believe Muhammad now is speaking the truth?
So this is how it is, you know. Like
No.
how
I
you're-
answer the question. Do you believe Muhammad it corroborates your guru?
I do not believe him on this muddy thing, but on the other one I believe in.
Which other one do you believe in?
That Jesus never died.
So
on
you
the
picked
cross.
and choose.
I pick and choose
Yeah,
because
whichever one
everything
you like.
is not.
Because it's coming from a man of a deluded person, and this guy is also deluded like Muhammad too.
He's not.
Because
deluded.
yes, he is. He's going against history. He's going against fact. He's going against everything, and all he has is nothing but his own word, and you're following his own
you
word.
has actual facts, and why would you not?
My friend, can you show me one of the facts? You've been
Which
talking
is-
about facts,
which is I've been
which is
trying to-
plural.
I don't know why the
No,
people-
I don't want it from his book. I want you to show me historical facts. Someone who is not a guru, who's not a Hindu, someone who's just on the outside looking in.
Yeah, Christian scholars.
No, I don't want Christian scholars either. I want non-Christian facts. Can you show me? And you will find one bunch of them. 3 historians mention Jesus' death. That didn't live in that weren't Christians. Who can vouch for that guy? His so-called fact. So I think someone is giving you his own word that he pulled. I'm gonna move over here. He's giving you his own word. This guy is giving you his own word that he pulls from his own deluded mind, and you believe it as facts. Facts has to be based on evidence. What's your evidence, my friend?
It is based on evidence.
Where is the evidence?
Well, I don't have it, but he has it. Because
He has
otherwise
it?
he wouldn't say it.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah.
Did Muhammad have a fact that mud sets in a puddle, that sun sets inside a muddy water? Did he have evidence?
I don't know about Muhammad.
Or
but
did
he does.
the Muslims believe his words as facts? That's
But I
exactly what you are doing.
I don't know about Muhammad, but I know about him.
Okay, isn't that ironic? You don't know about Muhammad, but he has the same idea with this guy, and he's confused, just like this guy is
he probably
confused.
doesn't comply. I don't know about how he thinks about Muhammad.
Well,
but
I know he talks good about Islam, and I think what's happening here is that this guru and Muhammad has the same spirit. The same person is controlling them, and that's the devil. And now you're going to tell me that devil doesn't exist, it's just abstract thing like he talks about. He talks about...
certainly there are such forms in the world, but I do not know about
Well, the way he talks about the devil is like almost like devil and God are the same kind of person. It's all the same energy, one side of the energy and the left hand and the right hand, kind of, that balances each other out. That's how it talks about. Anyone who talks about the devil like that is the devil is living inside of that person.
No, but how it is, like, if you're trying to be spiritual, you're trying to be all-inclusive. So if you like this, you don't like this, then how to be all-inclusive?
No, there's no all-inclusive. There's only one way. Truth is not Truth is not all-inclusive. It's not your truth, my truth, his truth, her truth. That's not how the truth is. That's how you guys survived in India, because you guys have so many religions butting heads with each other, and you guys have to find a compromise. And the compromise is like, we all believe the same thing. We all have all our truth is all the same truth. We are just looking at it like an elephant touching the elephant from blind people touching the elephant from different angle, and they're all seeing what they feel, but they are not seeing but they're all right. They're all correct. That's how you guys survived in India, to keep peace. But that's not true. That's lying to people. You know, like I said to you, you're gonna take that bus. You're gonna get to your destination. If you take another bus across the street, you're not gonna end up in Newton, my friend.
But
you believe that?
No,
Do you believe that I take that R1, or either I take that one over there, just close my eyes, just go over there and take that one, I'm gonna end up in Newton? Or am I going to end up in another place?
I'm so confused.
Yeah, you are.
No,
you didn't get the question I'm asking you.
I didn't get it. I know what you're trying to say. Like, if you like, you're trying to say that Jesus is the way to, if you want to go to heaven. But if you take Sat Guru's way, you will not end up there.
Yes, right? you end up in a pit. He's a blind man, and he's leading other blind man into a pit. Jesus said if a blind leads another blind, they both fall into a pit. And that's what he's doing. He's leading you, and he's giving you his own opinion, and then you making it into your facts. But it's not facts.
I think it's because you haven't experienced him, so like.
How can I watched the guy? The guy is so full of contradiction.
No, I already tried to like.
How can I feel him? Yeah, we have food over there. You can. We're sharing food with the homeless there. You can grab. No.
Food, huh?
Food, yeah, over there. They can. We have a table set underneath that bridge there. You'll see my sister there ask for food. Okay. So this Sat Guru is fooling you, and you are following him, and you're making his words a fact when he never told you that's a fact. But you made his word now into a fact. And I asked you to provide me with the evidence.
I do not have that.
And you don't have the evidence, but you're calling it facts. How do you know he has the evidence?
Because he says
he's just a guy you watch on the TV. How do you know he has the evidence?
Because it's not just the guy. I also have done his programs, and they worked out for me. It's not just I watch him.
You done his program?
I have done yoga practices. I do them every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you know what yoga is?
I know what yoga is. It's a profound science for your inner well-being.
It's not a profound science.
It is a profound science.
No, it's yoga is being yoked together with the Indian deity. You can yoke together with Shiva, or you can yoke together with Brahma, or you can yoke yourself with all those people.
If you sink into the past, it will rule your present and determine your future. Going beyond this trap is yoga.
What?
If you sink into the past, it will rule your present and determine your future.
You know what? I can go and grow my beard and put turban around my head, and I can talk really long, drawn-out talk and make no sense, and many people will follow me because a lot of people are confused in this world. And I'm gonna confuse them even more, and they will not know whether they are coming or going. But they will all donate to me, to my channels, and I'll make a lot of money.
No, you can do that, but can you also offer actual yogic practices which will work for them?
Which will work for them?
Can you actually offer practices which will help in them overcome their depression, anxiety, pain?
I don't offer yoga practice. I offer Christ, who can help, who has the power to save you. That's all I offer people.
He has more than yoga practices to offer. He has much more.
He has nothing to offer.
Then what are these practices which I do every day?
He has nothing to offer, my friend.
Then what are these practices which I do every day?
It's a ritual, and it's an exercise in futility.
It's not a cardio. I know it. I do it for like.
I know. I didn't say it was a cardio. I said it's an exercise in futility.
In futility.
Yeah, it's an exercise. It's something that it gives you something to do. It's something you do that gives you something to do, but makes you feel good. But you don't get any result out of that.
I have been getting results out of it. I'm a living example.
Or you can get results out of a lot of things. There are people over there that gets a lot of results all the time. They feel high.
I used to be one of them.
Yeah, they feel high when they take those drugs. They feel high. They consider that a progress, a result. That's a result of what they are taking in.
But I can get
that doesn't mean that what they are taking in is good for them. It makes them feel good though, but is it good for them?
It is destroying their body, but my evidence shows
It's destroying their body how? It makes them feel good. That's the ultimate goal, is to feel good.
Now I can show you I have actual evidence for this, because there have been actual studies done on the people who have done the practices, not them, but the meters. Because these days, if a person says this, nobody believes it.
My friend, we have spirit living inside of us. We have spirit. God created us, and He created us also with spirits, with human spirits inside us. When you are disconnected from God, guess who you're connected with? You're connected with the devil. And the devil will teach you these kinds of technique, which is like a drug hit. But you're not doing it, you're not getting any drugs. You are getting it through the meditation. And then you are feeling good.
Not feeling good.
You're feeling good. You feel that you're getting a result, but all of that is doing
result. Some practices.
You said it worked. You said you tried it and it worked in your life.
Not all of the practices are supposed to give you a result. Some of them are more like maintaining the space within you.
What space?
So these are the benefits. These are research findings, scientific research. Scientific research
about that human being have a spiritual connection.
About the yoga practices.
Yoga is nothing but having a spiritual connection with Brahma or with Vishnu.
No.
Yes, and those are Satans. Do you know witchcraft?
I do not know witchcraft, but I know what it is.
You know what it is. They have a lot of relationship with the devil.
No,
and they get a lot of good results from witchcraft. They get a lot of.
In India there is a witchcraft.
They can put a curse on people, and it works.
It does work because there's actually it's the type of.
But is it good?
It's actually it's like if you're like putting needle behind a person, you're also getting a needle behind you. This works like that actually.
No, it doesn't. They don't feel pain when they're doing it to people.
They will. in the long run it will happen, because this is how they're.
How is it gonna happen? The needle they poke the person, come and poke them to.
Like, have you not seen this person like putting needles in a doll?
Yeah, I know that's
That's one
voodoo
of the
doll.
witchcraft things.
It's called voodoo doll.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
also
but it worked.
it does work, but it's also in the long run it does. The person who does it, it does horrible things to them too.
My friend, what you're doing is gonna do the same thing. How is that does horrible things to them? Because
I'm not cursing.
how does that how did that do horrible things to them? How?
I don't know. I don't do it.
I know how. Because God is a righteous judge, and He will bring punishment upon them for doing such things to other people. That's how those things comes back at them. You guys call it karma. I call it God's judgment. Okay, we Christian, we call it God, judgment of God, because God is a judge. And the same thing you are doing right now, you're doing yoga, you're getting the good feelings, but there will come a day when God will judge you for that. Yeah, there will come a day when God will judge you for that.
What do you mean by God? God is not up there. God is not here or there.
God is a spirit.
No, God. What you mean by God is a source.
God
of
is the
creation.
creator of all things.
What you mean by God is the source of creation. The source of creation is throbbing within you and within me and within everything in this existence.
What I know as God is not a person now. He's just a source of creation. He's not a person. He doesn't speak. He doesn't think. He can't.
Because if you go to a human being, you ask him, what does a God look like? He'll say he has 2 arms, 2 legs. If you go to a buffalo...
No, that's not what God looks like. That's a God of the Hindus.
But if you go to a buffalo will say a God looks like a buffalo, because that's
Why
what
would
it
you?
looks like.
Why would you ask a buffalo? Buffalo can't talk.
But I'm saying
We are the only one who can experience God. We are the only one who can communicate with God.
And animals cannot.
Animals cannot articulate and talk to God.
They cannot
because
reach.
they
They cannot
created.
realize. Animals cannot realize, because our intelligence has evolved to that.
No, it's not
extent.
about intelligence evolving. It's just that they are not created in the image of God. We are the only being that are created in the image of God, human beings.
But a God is.
And that's how we can communicate. That's how we are able to
Human
communicate to
being.
God. God is not a human being. I never said God was a human being. Have you been listening to me all this time?
I have been.
I've never said to you that God was a human being. I said that God is a spirit.
By spirit, you mean he's non-physical, right?
Non-physical, breath, air, like this wind is a spirit. You can't see him with your eyes, but it actuates.
And this is what I'm saying to you, that the source
The
of
wind,
creation,
the wind blows. You feel the wind, but you can't see it. You see the effect of it, but you can't see it.
like
But this wind cannot talk.
like what I'm saying to you is like what you call as God or the source of creation or the creator, it seems to be functioning within you, within everything, because that's the nature of this existence.
My dear, God created man in his own image. So of course he's functioning in man. But he's not in man. It's not in all being.
Like
We are functioning, we are existing because of his source of strength that he gives us every day. That's how we exist.
Like
But don't try to
today
make him
modern
into an energy or something inanimate object that
like today modern science is saying that everything is the same energy. This is like different ways of presenting it. Different ways of essentially saying the same thing.
what modern science says.
It says that everything is the same energy, Have you not heard about it?
Everything is the same energy.
Yeah, that the same kind of energy seems to be within everything.
Are you kidding me?
And religion has been
Are you
shouting...
kidding me?
No, you can't.
Like that's a no-brainer. If I created something, why wouldn't my handiwork be in that creation? This is what we already believed long time ago. Science is just catching up to that now.
Yeah, the religion have been saying it from a long time that God is everywhere, So this is what I'm trying to say to you.
But I'm saying that you don't know God.
I have not yet experienced God.
You haven't experienced the true God. You've experienced the devil through your yoga system and all of that.
But
You yoked with him already. So now the true God. You see that's what I noticed when the devil is controlling you. You run from Jesus. You run from God. You run from everything that is true about Jesus.
I am not running from Jesus. If Jesus Christ was alive today, I would gladly walk.
You're running from Jesus. When Jesus is alive today, you will not go to him.
I would go to him.
No.
You can believe that.
Because your spirit is darkened.
No, I would go to him and I would ask him, I would beg him to teach me.
If you cannot if you cannot listen to Jesus' word passed on to his disciples, how are you going to go to him when you can see him face to face?
Because they do not get what he said.
How do you know they didn't get what he said?
Because there is evidence about it that what of the percentage he said, what's been written in the Bible is not all 100% accurate.
Which one?
Which is what I've been trying to show you through the app, through the evidence, but I haven't been able to.
Which one is not 100% accurate? You're going to quote me Guru again.
Well, I'm gonna...
My friend, God loves you, and He's loved you enough to send His Son, Jesus Christ, to die for you. And He rose Him again and sit Him at His right hand in the heavenly places, which is spiritual realm. And He is coming again to judge the wicked.
Okay.
And my word to you is that to turn to Him, to get a Bible, at least read a Bible. Get the Bible and read it. At least you know what's talking about, so you can actually gauge between whether you're being fed balonies or you're being fed the truth about Christ. Because I know Islam, so I can tell that Islam is full of balonies because I've studied it. But if you haven't read the book, how can you critique it?
I'm not criticizing it.
You're critiquing it. You're saying that they got it wrong. But your guru
not all of it. They don't have all of it.
You said they got some of it wrong. They got it wrong, and there's some of it that weren't accurate.
No.
You're already critiquing the book, but you haven't read it. And how you know that is because Guru told you so, not because you did your own research.
Because he has evidence, which is why
he has zero evidence. Why don't you do your own research and find out? Maybe there are a lot of people that are following people blindly, and then until they do their own, start thinking for themselves, and they realize that this guy's been feeding me a lot of balonies all these years. I have a lot of people from Islam that come to Christ every day. They regret, how did I spend 20 years of my life in this religion? Only to realize now that it's not true. So there are a lot of people that comes that actually their eyes are open. And I pray the same for you. I pray the same for you, that your eyes may be open, so that you can know the true and living God.
And I pray the same for you too.
How can you pray for me that my eyes be open? My eyes are already open. I follow Jesus Christ. I follow Jesus Christ, and I did my own research. I compare him with the history of those who don't even know, who doesn't even believe him, so that someone will not say, oh, well, you know what, he's saying that because he's a Christian. I look at even pagans, historians, what did they write about Jesus? And now I can say for a fact, my faith is lined up with evidence and with the truth and with historical facts. I can say that. You cannot say that.
I can say it.
No, you can't. You have no historical facts behind you.
I have actual facts.
No, you have Guru. You have Sat Guru online that told you things, but you have never checked it out yourself.
I have checked it out though.
When? If you have checked it out, you would be quoting me sources. You'll be giving me historical sources.
The sources which he has for those purposes, I have checked out earlier.
No, you haven't. I tell you, if you check out the sources, historical sources, you will come to the conclusion that I have now. So, I would like to give this to you. You can read it in your own time. I would like to give you a free Bible. Okay? Come with me. I'd like to give you a free Bible.
You probably shouldn't. No, I'll leave it.
I'd like to give you a free Bible.
I don't want to you know, insult it or anything.
No, I'm not
gonna read it, so it's not.
You're not gonna insult the Bible. I'm just trying to ask you to read it, to have an open mind, read it,
No, I'm not
and then make your own judgments from there.
I'm gonna read it though.
Okay, so you're closed-minded.
Yeah, I'm closed-minded. You think.
Okay, so that's the point. That's what I'm saying. All of these facts, this thing you're telling me is that are facts, are factual or not factual. Because you close-minded. You're not even willing to actually entertain a possibility that you may be wrong.
I'm not wrong though.
How do you know you're not wrong? You can't even attempt the possibility to see attempt to see maybe if I'm wrong. All you have to do is when you read the Bible, you'll find out. You say, now, that guy on the street telling me those things, he's full of it. But this man, Sat Guru, knows what he's talking about. Or you can say the other way around, based on the factual evidence. But if you haven't looked at the fact, how can you know you're being told the truth or not?
Honestly, it has all the practices and everything, and the programs which he has offered, and the experience which I've had with his grace. I can say that it's been true for me and it's worked out for me.
Well, you're gonna go to hell, my friend. You're gonna end up there, because I'm only speaking to you as a human being because I love you as a human, as a fellow humanity. But if you are following this man, you're going to hell. There's no two ways about it. It's not me that is saying that. That's what Jesus said. When a blind follows a blind, they'll both fall into a pit.
Well, this is how actually one should be with a guru. That you must be with him, you must give yourself to him, even if it takes you to hell.
Okay. Well, you just made a deal with the devil then.
I guess I did.
You following this man and you worshiping him.
I don't worship him.
Well, you say if you follow someone to death, you worshiping them. They deluded you. And there are many people that are following Muhammad to death. They're blowing themselves up and believing that they're going to get 72 virgins in the paradise. And they are blowing themselves up and going to hell. But they believe it. They believe it's a fact.
Well, it's unfortunate it's like that.
It's unfortunate, but it doesn't have to be that way.
It doesn't have to be. That's what I've been trying to tell you too. But you're not open-minded either.
I am open-minded. I'm the one asking you to give me the fact. And you're not giving me any fact. You're giving me Sat Guru and all the things that are coming out from his mouth that are not in correspond with any reality on the ground. If somebody tells me that I saw a flying pig, and I've said, no, can you show me the evidence? They say, no, I don't need to show you any evidence. I believe what I saw. Go for it, no problem. Have a very wonderful fantasy, but I'm not gonna believe it.
But how does it work for you though? You read the Bible, and how does it help you transcend all the things that you may go through or might be going through? How does it help you in that way?
Well, the word of Jesus helped me. There's a lot of wisdom in his word, and it's not just his word, but he himself. It's real. He helps those who follow him. He helps us, and he's the Son of God. That's another thing too. This Sat Guru is a guy from somewhere from India that's deceiving people. Yeah, the devil is not going to come to you with an ugly face. He's going to come to you with a face of talking very slow and get your attention, and then will take you to hell. That's what he does.
I guess I'm going to hell then.
Well, I guess you signed your own paper, your death warrant. Yeah. I can't help you there. Okay. But I don't want you to go to hell. I want you to have life.
No, I'd rather be tormented in hell now. I guess I'm too far.
Well, you made that decision. You made that bed. You're gonna lie on it, man.
Yeah.
No, nobody.
Keep this for somebody who wants to go to heaven.
Okay. You made your mind up. You're a young man. I think maybe after some years, hopefully you don't die before that your time. But after some years, when you start reasoning, thinking for yourself, you will realize what I told you is fact, is true. You don't even want to look at historians. You don't even want to look at what's the evidence on the ground. You just want to believe this guy. That's what I think is that's wishful thinking.
I'm not believing him like that. Like I told you, I do the practices I've been doing.
You believe him.
For a year.
I just told you believe him. It's wishful thinking. You don't even factual check everything he's telling you.
If like, let's say what he's saying is not the truth, it's not based on facts, but what about the yoga practices then? I've been doing them.
Yeah.
Working for me.
My friend, I just told you that the devil is in the yoga. And he's going to make it work for you. He's going to make you experience it. I've seen a lot of people that said to me, you know what, I've been in this religion for a long time, and it works. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like that. But you know what? They were sincere to me. But you know what? They're sincerely wrong. You can be sincerely wrong. Sincerity doesn't mean that you're right, that you're saying the truth. You can be sincerely wrong. There are people who believe that the sun sets inside of muddy water. They are sincere about it, and they're sincerely wrong, and so are you. I got to tell you the truth. You're sincerely wrong.
Well, it was nice talking to you. I hope you someday try that.
I'm not gonna yoke myself with Shiva or Vishnu. I am already yoked with Christ.
It's not about Shiva or Vishnu.
I'm already yoked with Christ. Why would I want to go yoke myself with the devil?
Well, I hope then.
I have a closed-minded when it comes to devil. I have a closed mind.
Well, I hope then that Jesus Christ actually makes you experience the God Himself. Actually helps you. Actually makes you experience God Himself, and that I can only hope.
And that yoga guy and that Sat Guru guy is gonna die someday. And
He will die someday.
And is going to face God for judgment on the judgment day. Jesus said the judgment day is coming, and when that comes, and everyone will be judged according to their ways. What the people they have deceived, they will be judged. Muhammad will be judged for the people that he has deceived into his believing his lies. Sat Guru will be judged for people he has drawn into his lies also. Everyone will be judged, and his followers will be judged too, because God gave you a mind. God gave you free will. God gave you free mind, free thinker to think freely. He gave you brain to think, to differentiate between right and wrong. And if you choose to ignore that, you're ignoring it at your own peril.
Well, I hope that I can only hope, because I cannot give any blessings or such.
You can only hope, yeah, because that's what I'm saying. I pray that God will show you, will shine His light on you, will show you the truth, and will open your eyes. And I think it's probably you need to live life, experience life a little bit more, to know what I'm saying to you about what I'm talking to you. But one day, if you're listening to what I'm saying, one day all of these things will come to your mind, and you will find that guy is a fraud.
Well, I hope that the actual, like the Jesus Christ actual teachings work out for you, and
it is working out for me. It is. I'm already on my way to heaven. I'm just here, hoping to invite other people. I'm just another beggar telling another beggar where to find bread. That's all I'm here for. And when I'm done here, I'll go meet my Lord.
Then I hope that you may know the divine.
Jesus said that to my Father's house, and I'm going to prepare a place for you. And when I'm done preparing a place for you, I'm going to come back and take you to where I am. And everyone else that do not believe him or do not follow him will be charged with thrown into the lake of fire. And that's why we try to save people. The devil is tricky. He wants everyone. He wants to take as much people to hell as he wants, because that's where he's going. That's his destination.
Then I hope that you may know the divine. Okay, it was nice.
I already know the divine, my friend. I already know the divine. It's you that needs to know him. It's you that needs.
I'll see you around.
Okay, my friend.